lefties. Guilkey up first. He'll do it on lane number 11. He gets it.
Talk about perfection here again. Sets up, nice authority, gets the ball way down the lane. Now it's going to break. 1-2 pocket annihilated. That's the 4-pin doing a number on the 7, and that's the way you do it. Beckler taking very, very little time to get up and leaves a light 3-pin.
Jim Beckler, he's got 4 300 games to his credit, a couple of 800 series. So he's no stranger to the high territory.
28 years old, didn't start bowling till the age of 19. Kingpin Lanes.
He covers the spare. So a strike for Guilkey, a spare for Beckler in the first frame. Of course, Jim will do his thing now on lane number 11.
He's averaging 218 presently. Bowling just one night a week.
It's quite an accomplishment. He
buried that
one. Left lane is rolling off exceptionally well for both players, and Mr. Beckler showing that well, Steve's not going to run away with this match. He's going to give him all he can handle, I'm sure.
We've had, what, 4 lefties on the show today?
Well, 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4.
Next week, some of the qualifiers, Jen, have we alluded to those yet?
Look at that first.
Talk about a break. We're going to look at it. Steve Guilkey does not throw one of his better shots, but gets the ultimate break on this. The ball is going to be light, head pin, center of your screen. Going to go to the right-hand side. There you go. Comes off, actually takes out 4 pins. Overtime for the head pin.
Next week, we'll be looking at our Fairfield Lane qualifiers. Mike Whalen and, of course, Riga Kalfas, who had that excellent 299 game last year. And, by the way, should a participant roll a 300 game this year, there is $20,000 in store for them.
Whoa, 20 grand?
20 grand.
That broke the string for Steve Guilkey.
Let's
He was
see.
working on a double here in the third.
20 grand. And what's a case the Little Kings go for?
You could buy a lot of them with that, Dave.
That's a heck of a Super Bowl party, isn't it?
You might even be able to invite me over.
As we know, the Super Bowl Sunday is today. We call ourselves the pregame to the pregame to the pregame. Not really sure what network it's on. We really don't care at this point, but it's we're going to Who-Day them next year, I'm sure. Who you picking in the game, George?
Niners.
Give me Niners.
I have no rooting interest. I don't really give a hoot about this game.
Well, Beckler gave a hoot about that shot.
He sure did. 2 in a row.
1-2 pocket is completely filled up. Jim Beckler looks lined up to me, and I think Steve Guilkey and Jim Beckler are going to give us our best match of the day.
Beckler working on the double here.
We had some other high qualifiers this week. Robin Burris, Alan Runkle, the king from last year, Doug Wilson, Paul Massminster, and Steve Guilkey.
Jim Beckler showing you the way that he qualified for this show. I would like to take just a moment to announce a very worthwhile event. Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Cincinnati are going to be doing their annual bowl-a-thon, and the week of January 15th through the 21st, they're going to be coming around to the local houses, a lot of BPA centers participating, and asking you if you can participate in that event. And I'll be alluding a little bit more to that and issuing you, the viewers, a challenge in just a moment. And Steve Guilkey is issuing a challenge to Mr. Beckler.
This is a tight match through 4 frames. 1 pin separating the 2. Jim Beckler with the slight edge.
Actually, that 1 pin jumps up to 11 pins when you have the double working. But when you're talking 1 pin or 11, and you got guys that are lined up like this, That's nothing. One mistake, one bad break could change the total outcome of the match.
Guilkey is finding the groove.
George, this ball actually a little bit tight. Let's see if we can catch it here on the replay. It's going to roll off a little sharply. The head pin is going to go more straight back. Center your screen. The 3 pin is the second one from the center of your screen. Now watch what happens. Goes to the wall, comes off, and takes the 10 out.
Beckler
Not
working
the
on a
textbook
turkey.
way. There you go.
4-bagger. Jim Beckler buries a 4-bagger here in the 5th frame.
Take a look at the scorecard. You can see we do have an 11-pin match. Both players working solidly on a double in the 4th and 5th frames. Both players completely comfortable with the shot and lined up. And Jen, that goes back to what you suggested with our first match. Not the condition, just the player, not quite comfortable with the shot.
7-pin does everything but fall.
And if you're sitting at home saying to yourself, how can I do this? Well, head on out to Brentwood Bowl today. There's still some shifts going out, and I do believe there's a 4:30 shift that you can also participate in today, and that will be the last shift of the day at Brentwood Bowl.
Jim Beckler, cross lane, 4 to 7, no problem whatsoever. Now the challenge I alluded to before. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please participate in a very worthwhile cause. I am going to be bowling in the Big Brothers Big Sisters event. I would like you to call in and sponsor me in one of the games. It's a worthy cause, whether it's a penny, a nickel, or a dime a pin. We'll give you a couple of phone numbers to call shortly, and that event is going to be coming up the 2nd week of February. We'll talk a little bit more about it. Oh, wow! What a shot. We call this the Red Sea Strike, Jen.
I've heard that.
So much power. Watch the 2 pins. Second one from the middle of your screen. Right out 4-7, Partsman he is. Now look at his reaction. Does he like it?
That's the most excitement we've seen out of him.
Well, other than the Rosenbach.
That's right. Well, 3 in a row will do that, though.
Yes, sir. He's working on the turkey here in the 7th frame, and we have got ourselves a match.
Great setup. I like the setup. Gets a little bit more speed the higher you set the ball up. Look out.
Right on the nose.
Complete breakdown on his concentration. He pulls the ball instead of truss it. Critical point of the match. Gets the ball. Look at it right there. It's starting to roll up way too soon. Right through the heart. Head pin goes straight back. The 2 and the 3 go to the right. You got the big 4, and you got trouble.
And Jim Beckler now finds himself in the driver's seat if Steve Guilkey fails to convert.
The smart move there is to take 2 pins because on a strike, 2 turns or 2 turns into 4. In this case, 1 turns into 2, and he loses 2 pins in count, and that could be a critical error later on in the match.
Looking at Carl Compton and his son, and Mike McDonald and his son. Of course, Carl of Carl's Bowler's Paddock is supplying the plaques this year for our show.
The door was open, and Beckler just blew right through it there.
He certainly did.
Jim Beckler with the strike working now. He's getting ready to roll the 8th frame here.
In the 8th frame, if he spares, he takes a 20-pin lead. If he strikes, it's 30 pins, and it looks like he strikes to me.
30 it is.
Jim Beckler throws one of the best shots of the match. Take a look at it right now. This is absolutely perfect. Head pin, again, parts the ways. 5-pin, no deflection here. Ripped that rack out of here, and as we look at the score, we can see Jim Beckler firmly in control of this match. 30 pins advantage. The match with any. He has to strike here. Steve has to strike. Every ball.
Every ball, give him a 239 game.
And that may take every bit of it to remain in this match because Jim Beckler has it working.
You're right, Jim. He has to go all the way out for 239, and then he would still have to have a little help from Jim Beckler in order to win. 269 pace, Jim Beckler rolling right along and firmly at a 269 pace. It's not a lucky one. It is with authority. He's doing what he's got to do, George.
He certainly is. He's getting it done when he has to. That big 4 costing him back in the 7th. Other than that, he's rolled a fine game here in our championship match.
He certainly has. Jim Beckler, right-hand lane. This one would all put it away. Strike here in this match is for intended purposes over. Just about does it. Steve Guilkey's open in the 7th frame proved to be his undoing. 239 was not good enough to beat Jim Beckler. 248, and we'll be back right now.